What's going on, guys? Black Chaos here once more with Hearts of Iron 4. I'm not saying this yet in the German campaign, we're going to carry that on, but I'm going to do an achievement run. So, yeah, I actually do like this game that much, I want to try and go for the achievements. I'm enjoying it a hell of a lot. So, we're going to go with an achievement that's been bugging me the past couple of days. All achievements you have start in 36, by the way, which is annoying really, but hey. And we're going to pick the French. Now, the French are in a bit of a bad spot. They are in West. You've got holdings for every single ocean in the world, at least one island. They own about a quarter of Africa, and they have Western Europe. So they have a direct border with Germany and Italy, the two that historically take it down. We have our national spirits as a democracy. We have Victor of the Great War, which makes it so we can recruit less of our population, and land doctrine research time is massively increased, which hinders us dramatically. We also have disjoint government. This makes it so we've got less room to maneuver by giving us less political power and less national unity. This one is the one that hurts you the most because it gives you less room to actually play around and get allies and do political changes. Protective of the national line is a boon and a bane. It's more bane than a boon, but hey. Having thought of, you have max planning up, but you get your planning speed is slower. So you get a bigger bonus, but to get to that bonus, you're going to take a while. To be fair, this does actually help you. This is probably the best of the three. I mean, considering these are both negatives anyway. And that Field Marshal is starting to look like he's right. I mean, France has been rebuilding since the end of the Great War. But we'll get into that once we actually go over. I'm turning off historical AI focuses just because I actually like the idea. I mean, they allow it. That's the thing. And you know, there's a lot of things I do like. So, we have a holding in every ocean. We have Africa. We have Guyana over here. We have Vietnam or Dai Viet, whatever you want to call it. Madagascar. We have holdings in here. I don't know. And we have like one island over here somewhere. There it is. This one island. So yeah, we do have a decent position, right? But we're on the border of Germany and Italy, and that's just the start of our problems. And I'll explain more when we actually get in the campaign. Vive la France, because there's a lot of things that will complicate this. And when you get going, you actually see what a lot of them are very, very quickly. And it's not just the fact that doctrines take ages to to improve. There's a lot of other things as well. So now we're actually in the game. Let's actually start with the good news, shall we? We have a good position. Western Europe has got a lot of room to maneuver when it comes to development. We also have the Empire to work to. We have a decent army size of about 46 divisions, I believe it is. Well, that's more already. We have a decent army in Europe. We have the colonial brigades we can call upon. And we have a decent sized navy, just scattered all over the world. We also have access to Light Tank 2, which is the FCM 36, I believe, which no one else has access to yet. We also have some decent air force. I mean, we don't have a lot of it now, but hey. Our navy is up to date. We'll show you all this later. But here comes the first of our problems. We only have 3 research slots. Initially, this is worse than Italy. We can sort this out and go up to 5 at most. And considering our doctrine times are increased, we're on the grand battle plan, we can only dig in. Sorry, we only put max entrenchment and entrenchment speed. It takes 510 days now to get a grand battle plan. It's over a year to move on. We also have the other issue of having no support weapons available, which really hinders us. We're not even at 1918 tech in that regard. Support battalions aren't that bad. We have the Recon Company, but we have nothing else. We have unlocked the FCM 36. We have not got the B1 unlocked. So we actually have Light Tank 2, but no heavy tanks. Artillery, we have the interwar variety, or Great War variety, but no interwar artillery is researched yet. We have access to anti-air guns. That'll help us out. Navy is mostly up to date at 1936, but we have not got the Rikilu, which is Battleship 2, nor Carrier 2. But everything else up to date here. Naval doctrine, fleet in being, as most Western powers seem to be. Air power, we're not that far behind, amazingly. We got Tank Bomber 2 and Naval Bombers and Tank Bomber. Yeah, Tank Bomber 2. No, Tank Bomber 1. Sorry. Along with Naval Bomber and Close Air Support 1. We do not have Fighter 1 on it though, which we could stand to solve. We also have no Air Doctrine. France, being the propagator of tanks. Engineering is way behind the times. We have not got any kind of electrical engineering, nor have we got any industrial engineering researched. So, first thing to solve is get our electrical engineering up to scratch. Get our industrial engineering up to scratch. So, research time down, more production efficiency, more construction. These help you out in the long run. Now we're moving on to another issue. We have 36 factories to work from. From these 36 factories, we lose 13 of them because of our laws. France is a civilian economy right now. I believe that's even worse than Britain. No, Britain's a civilian economy. Okay. So from that, we have to establish ourselves as a power, as a strong powerhouse. So we only start with our old friends, the civilian factories, and then move into military factories quite quick. Also bear in mind, we aren't going to need that many naval dockyards, but I'm building them up anyway because when we get room to maneuver later on, we'll be able to get a good navy going. We'll build a few more military factories here. Actually, cancel you lot and give you military factories. We have a grand total of 6 military factories which are all assigned now, and 8 naval dockyards, 2 of which are unassigned. I'm going to put them onto the redoubtable, then we do this and carry it on. We also have low oil, so I'm actually going to solve that by trading with the Romanians. And our national focus, which we will take, so we can get 7 a year. No, sorry, 5 a year. The achievement we're going for is called the Little Entente, which requires you to go through government reform, support status quo, and form the Little Entente. This alienates you from the Allies. Now, on one hand, that's not too bad. I mean, Britain takes all the glory anyway. The achievement requires you to form the Little Entente and take all of Germany's cause in your faction. Be it puppeting Germany, be it conquering Germany. One way or another, your faction has to own all of Germany's cause. Now, this can put you at odds with Britain, with Poland, with any faction that seeks to conquer Germany. Possibly Russia as well. Good news is that it's not that hard to get, and you've got time to form the Little Entente to save Czechoslovakia. We can rush it and get strength from the government, and then get rid of... Well, let's just go over these trees, and I'm going to explain everything. Over here you have your economic, your civilian factories, your military factories. Starting off in either mainland France or colonial France, mostly Algeria. Moves through infrastructure to civilian facts to military factories. It's always better if you do it on the mainland because you get a bigger benefit. It's like this is 5 and this is 4. Down here you have your research slot. Then you have to choose between nuclear effort and a jet effort. Basically, do you want to go with nukes or do you want to go with jets and get a bonus for them? Whichever one you choose, you then go into research slot 2, which gives you 5. Moving on, you have your land focuses. You have a defensive focus, which is more about your infantry, your artillery, your heavy tanks, and your fortifications, as you can see here. On this side, you have your aggressive focus, which is more maneuver warfare, which you have the motorized focus, mechanized focus, and lighter and medium tank research. Mechanized, I think, does research. These two are about actually giving you a bonus to production for something. Like this gives you more motorized, this gives you more small arms. To a certain extent, I can see reasons for going either way. I mean, especially if you're going with a mass infantry army, you want to go levy en masse. If you're going mostly mechanized, or mounted up, whatever you want to call them, units, you're motorized. It's kind of maneuver versus defense. Either way you go, you get down to the army reform, which requires you to get rid of destroying government, but it removes Victors of the Great War, and gives you a bonus to catch up with your doctrines. It also gives you AMX, which is a design company. So either way, you need to get through destroying government to finish this tree off. Over here you have your more political stuff, where you have your first off your government reform, which gives you 120 power points off the bat, just for finishing it. Which, considering we gain 1.2 a day now, is big. That's like 100 days of what we'd have now. Then you have to either support democracy or support the autocracies. Whichever way you go is big, because one gives you national unity, the other gives you land doctrine research time bonus. If you go down the right, to the autocracy side of things, you first off choose a side, the communists or the fascists. Whichever side you choose, you pretty much get the same ideas. You can intervene in the Spanish Civil War, you can help and get more support for your side, and then you get like either more recruitable population and division recovery rate, or army aggression which grants division organisation just by war goal time down. These both remove protected on the Maginot Line. Sorry, both remove disjoint government. This removes protected by the Maginot Line. Then you have your communist side, which gives you Humanité Unite, which means you can form your own faction with communists, or join the Comintern. We don't want to do this. If we're going down this route, we want to go Humanity Unite, which, to be fair, is kind of a biggie. Down this side, you can either form your own faction as France, with the fascist powers, woo Italy and make it join your faction, or join Germany as part of the Axis. Because of how this works, you don't form the Little Entente, which is strange, but hey. I don't know what faction you form, I have to look it up at some point. And over here you have your Air Force and Navy. We're not really going to look at these too much, but it's basically, hey, you know, research time for these, doctorate research time for these, that sort of thing. These give you experience and give you more bases. Knowing it's just bases, which don't really help you that much. First thing we're going to do is work down metropolitan France. That's one side. As for divisions, we're going to train our... well, let's get these sorted out first. And we'll work out where we go from here. So, the other downside is that we don't have a lot of commanders, but what we do have a low quality as it is. We've got two commanders at skill 4, who are both marshals. We have Charles de Gaulle, who is a marshal's, well, not a field marshal, a general, who's skill 3. Our field marshals we're going to be keeping on down here anyway, but they're both old guard and defensive doctrine. We're going to have Maxime down here. He's going to man the Maginot Line, the Alpine Line, so... I said I'm in my French. Line de Alpine. The other side of things, we're going to have you guys man the Maginot Line. I'm going to give you Alphonse. Your line de Maginot. I wouldn't be surprised if using the Spanish version. Right, and we want to grab all the tank divisions we can from this division. From this army, rather. Gonna put them in a separate army. And we're going to do the same here. There's no tanks here. If I just grab from this section. I did. That gives us 6 tanks, and we're going to put General de Gaulle down here. He is going to man the African front against our old friend, the Italians. He's also going to do offensive lines. It's best to plan these out now. But we are going to have them link into each other. So it's a 3-stage offensive, and that won't be too hard to do. As for your seigneur, if you do a push, I want you to push for push for here. Of course, we want them all assigned to that. As for you guys on the Maginot Line, in the first phase of the offensive, we want to be getting all of them chosen, doing this. We need to do enough just to push the line up a bit. As for troops and training, we want to get 2 infantry divisions, Alpine, and I forget which one's the good one is. I think it's the Char de Combat. That's the pure tank division. This is the mechanized, I believe. Yeah, that's the motorized division. So, Le Grand Mécanique and Char de Combat. The reason I'm doing them separate is that we're going to have you assigned to here, You're gonna go here and assign to this. You're gonna go here, and because you're Alpine Infantry, you're gonna assign to this as well. The Le Guerre Mécanique, I completely forget, they're the motorized ones, so I'm gonna go here and assign to this. And the Char du Combat, we're gonna put down in Bordeaux, not Bordeaux, what am I doing? We're gonna put down in here, and you're gonna assign to this offensive. This will make sense, I promise. Right, so all of our 3 divisions over in Africa, which apparently we can't pick. Alright, grab you 2 first. Join that. I'm gonna put you in your own theatre. Join this. God dang it. There is a lot of planning to do just before this actually kicks off. I say planning. There's a lot of things we have to get sorted out before we can actually say, hey, we're ready. You guys just form a front line here. God dang it, come on. You guys form a front line here. I don't want to give you... we won't give you a command, you're not going to need one. I just don't think you'll need one. You can be aggressive because by the time this is done, you should be able to just go like this. Because if Italy joins the war, then we can just do that and have it all sorted out. And be home by supper time. Which, you know, we're never going to be. We're the French, we never go home. Right, so what am I missing? Navies. We have, I think it's 14 fleets? Yes, we do. So we want to form them all up in a decent naval base, which we're probably going to take as Provence down here. That's the wrong Toulon, isn't it? Yeah. So all be formed from Toulon, and then we'll sort you all out when you get here. Right, so let's actually get the game ticking. Let's go full speed, and let's go. So ahistorical focuses actually is an interesting mode, because the AI will not follow a set program. There's like a random seed to it. So we might not see a normal game. For instance, one of the first things the Germans do is the Rhineland, which we haven't seen yet. Until about now. The Reichsautobahn, okay. First thing Germany normally does is the Rhineland. It's not doing that. You're doing a Great Purge, get out of the way early. Japan is doing Navy Primacy. And you're doing Monroe Doctrine. That's not bad, actually. Oh, we are going to need some forts just around here. So a fort provides 15% defense bonus per level. Or I think it reduces the enemy's strength by that. Just have to check it quickly. Can I click the province? Province! Thank you. Fort does... attacking penalty of 15% for each level of fort and attack on combat. Attacking multiple directions will lose its effects. So, a level 10 fort gives you 150% penalty to the enemy. If attacks from multiple fronts, half, I think, or something like that. Romania can't send us all the oil they have because we haven't got higher trade influence. I think we have the highest though, don't we? No, Denmark has the highest. Everyone else is higher than us. It's getting more and more annoying. So the plan so far is that we're going to do just a blitz through Tripoli, take everything we can of that, and get the civilian factories there, get the factories around Ethiopia as locked down for us as well. Oh, you're going to be useful as well. I said you're going to be useful as well. There we go. And we want to find all of our divisions that are sort of colonial. Now let's just check the navy is actually sorted out. That should be everything in one. No, there's one coming from... That's being built up, so we can actually know that. So every division that is low priority, like this one, we want to change to a different template. In this case, I want to change you to Division Infanterie. There is a reason for this. Same with you, I want to take you, 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 and you. I think there's more here. Yeah, there is. And change you guys out for Division Infanterie. And we'll just zoom out a bit. You got cav, so we're going to change the cav to motorized. The navy, we're going to split off the subs. You're going to get, I think it's Renee who I want, your old guard, your spotter, your submarine guy, your superior tactician, and you. And you want, I think it's Jean-Pierre? Yeah. So we have a brilliant guy, a guy who's good with navy, so good with submarines manning that. We got a guy who's good with the navy using that. These subs are going to take a while to build up, so we should be good from that. Right, so we've got more time to build up than I thought we did. Let's get this sign out. I think one of the things we've got to pay attention to is our lack of actual experience. So we're going to find a way to solve. Oh Christ, that is bad. 1 point per 5 days. So we get 52 points a year. Great. I think we're you guys because we're not going to need you guys as much. You can use some training. Let's give us some experience. To be fair, there's also some colonials here. Change to Division Infantry. And you and you change to Division Infantry. And when I land, we'll just train them up. There we go, I train up. Used up some gear, but to be fair, gear isn't the biggest issue. I think we can reinforce faster than that. Let's put this down penalty. Because we need troops out. I think Division Infanterie is useful. Didn't name you. Force the expedition. You guys, I want you. Where are you anyway? Oh, you're walking there. Nice. And we'll assign you to this one. If he gets there, of course. Admittedly, I do enjoy playing as France. They're an interesting challenge. And join this group. So that should be you training now. Can you guys train? Thank you. Because we need to get this just to modify a bit, just to get some artillery up. And to be fair, we need all the experience we can really get at this day and age. Surprised he's going right Autobahn. I mean, that means he can go through the West Wall. I do wonder. But there's been some cracking good games in this. Oh boy, Spanish Civil War? Or is it the iPad? Whoa. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, Spanish Civil War. That's actually quite early. It's a lot earlier than I thought it'd be. Right, so every time I see this, it's the nationalists that wins. That win. The Germans sent some divisions. We haven't seen the... We haven't seen our old friends, the Russians, intervening. Which may have just surprised me, actually. You done the staff purges? Nope. Nowhere near. Oh, they've sent some. 3 volunteers against 2 volunteers. The Russians probably have an advantage now until the war in Ethiopia is over. Which, to be fair, isn't going to take too long. Then again, we'll see who has the bigger army at that point. To be fair, I don't know why I'm making the redoubtables. I mean, the submarine 1s, as opposed to submarine 2. Oh well. Actually, it doesn't really matter. Subs are subs. So I do want to keep an eye on this and just see what happens. I mean, the Republicans have taken early ground. If the Republicans win, we can potentially get them as allies. They'd help us out. It is risky though. Alright, I kind of want to see what's going on. So let's get checking out sea zones. So I want to keep an eye on this. So the Republicans have a decent army. It's this point where the fighting is going to be the fiercest. Or would be. Portugal's just sat there like, yeah, there's war going on. So there's metropolitan France done. So that's just infrastructure up in Normandy, Poitou, and Savoy. Which means that we get the industrial expansion, which gives us 5 more civilian effects, which we really do need. We're on 21. It's not bad, but it's not exactly good. So this pocket's going to be sealed extremely quickly. I'd hope the Spanish got out of there in one piece. Doesn't look like they did. I'm going to say they didn't. So we need to keep an eye over here. This is where things are going to get fierce. If they shut down this pocket, then fighting's going to be put down into Catalonia, which is Barcelona. To be fair, that could go either way. If they cut this off, then we've got a pocket. Also, it looks like a unicorn with a broken horn right now. Start getting you guys up there. Alright, do we need Alpine infantry or do we need... What's the thing here? Do you have any light tanks? You're taking more? Okay. We need military factors. Wow, there's a British tank brigade over here. What the heck? I know you're determined to hold your throat up, but that's a bit overkill. I think the game out here is determined to break right now. If this pocket here, if this supply line can hold, then the Republicans can have this. Problem is, I don't think it's going to hold. I mean, that pocket is barely holding as it is. Just waiting for that to die out. That's the thing I love about this, though. It does vary. This doesn't have like a 100% chance of winning for either side. I guess you do have to pay attention when you fight, and when you're fighting it, it's even more intense. Okay, look, the pocket can hold. Oh. Maybe not. I wish we could send supplies. If either side sends panzer divisions, then that actually does tip the entire war on its head. Saying they use the tanks to fight. Okay, looks like Madrid's about to be taken. I couldn't capitalise. I don't know which side has the stronger army, really. Then again, German tanks. Surprised they're going for this one. They can just get this and cut them both off. And there's an army garrisoning here when there's nothing to take it on. Let's go check out this section again. Literally the best we can do just to keep an eye on it. Have we got another fleet up here, haven't we? Yep. Right. Can we see what's going on here? I think they're prioritising defensive cities, which I don't really blame them for, but it's going to get them killed. Because they can't really push out. How are we doing for experience? When is actually worth it? I don't think that's actually worth it. Alright, you guys rejoin him. And you guys... Actually, yeah, you guys just stop training. It's not giving us enough to be worth it. Right, that's electronic mechanical engineering done. So we're going to start mechanical computing, and I'm going to call that a part there. So, next time on Hearts of Iron 4, we're going to keep an eye on Spanish Civil War, see how it progresses. And we're going to get ready because we know the Germans are coming. Oh, West Wall. What? Doing West Wall now? Huh. That actually had some more than helps. Mare Nostrum. So things are actually getting a bit interesting. Does this one take longer? Oh, it takes 210 days. Wow. That's an interesting one. Construction effort and increased naval production. So we might be seeing a late war. So, I've been Blair Chaos. You've been you. Join me again next time for more in the wonderful world of France. Wonderful land of France, rather. Here in Hearts of Iron 4. Join me again, folks, and I'll see you next time.